Hello my dear viewers. Today I am going to discuss about preprocessor commands. Before going to discuss about this particular preprocessor command, now I am going to explain about the compiler. What is mean by compiler? The compiler is a program takes a source program as a input and translate it into equivalence target program. That is called the compiler. In this particular compiler is made up of two functional parts. One is the preprocessor and another one is the translator. In any program executions needs some certain stages are there. Those stages are a C program written in the editor, that is the first stage, and the second stage is the compilation, third stage linking, fourth stage is execute our source program. So in between these stages involves one more stage is there, that is called the preprocessor. In this particular preprocessor is a program that processes the source program before it is passed on to the compiler, and commands are made a permanent part of the source program is called the preprocessor commands. And what is the role of this particular translator? The translator converts C statements into machine code. Totally converts C statements into machine code that it places in an object module. So please observe this diagram. This is our source program, and this particular preprocessor takes a source program and prepare it for the translator, and this particular translator is convert C statements into machine code that places in an object module. This is the procedure, and these are all the components of the compiler. So now in this particular all preprocessor commands start with a pound sign. Start with a pound sign or hash symbol. This is called a hash symbol or pound sign. So this particular any ANSI or ISOC specifies the preprocessor commands can be placed anywhere in our source program. But in our traditional C programming language, this particular hash symbol is used in the first column only. So now in this particular preprocessors, three major tasks of this particular preprocessor. That particular tasks are, the first one is file inclusion, second one is macro definition, third one is conditional compilation. Now I am going to discuss about this particular file inclusion. What is mean by file inclusion? The preprocessor command hash include, and it has the two different formats. The first format is hash include within the pointer arrows. Within the pointer arrows you mention any particular file name. So that meaning is look for the header file, for this particular header file, filename.h file, look for the header file from the system library. So means it is a search in the system library whenever if you mention the pointer arrows. The next one, number 2, second format is hash include within the double quotation. If you mention any particular file path, at that time that look for the header file from the user defined directory. If you mention within the double quotation, at that time that particular processor is search in the user directory, not in the system library. That is the difference between pointer arrow and double quotation within the file. So please observe this particular diagram before. So in our C program, hash include within the pointer arrow stdio.h. So stdio.h, that is the first step, and second one is hash include within the double quotation I mention file1.h. File1.h. So in this case what happened, for this particular pointer arrow the processor is search or look for the header file from the system library. So that is why this particular stdio.h file is available in the system library. Okay, it is found in that particular system library location. And the next statement is, second statement is hash include within the double quotation. Here we have a file1.h. File1.h. So this particular file is available in the user defined directory. So that is why if you mention in the user defined directory, at that time you mention the file path, complete file path. Suppose your file, so here file1.h, this file1.h file is available in the demo directory. That demo directory is available in the F drive at that time. So you mention complete path, F drive. In this particular F drive you have a file directory is demo, and in this particular demo you have a source file is file1.h, that is the source file. This is called the file path. You mention complete file path within the double quotation. So this is called the file inclusion. The file inclusion, here we have a two different formats. The first format is hash include within the pointer arrow and within the double quotation. If you mention within the pointer arrow, that for this particular file, look for the header file from the system library. So if you mention the double quotation, at that time look for the particular file from the user defined directory. So if you define in your directory, at that time you must and should mention the complete file source file path. So this is something like this. So this is called the file1.h. This file is available in the demo directory, and this demo directory is available in the F drive. This is the thing about file inclusion. Next one is I am going to discuss about the macro definition. The second one is macro definition. So in the macro definition, it is a expanding macro definition, and this command associate a name with sequence of tokens, names and sequence of tokens. So this particular name is called a macro name, and token are restored to as the macro body. And please observe here this particular macro definition. Here we have a following syntax: the hash define, name and body. This is the syntax. So here suppose, okay, right, please, thank you. So cutter కావాలి.